Up front tonight, no more virtual learning. That comes after CCISD announces a full return to in-person learning next school year, which is in a couple months. So let's see. So I think it's a good plan for CCISD. What about the other schools? We still don't know. We still don't know whether or not other schools are going to be going through with the same plan as other schools. So let's take a look at what Rudy has to say.
On the education beat tonight, the Corpus Christi Independent School District announcing it will be going back to normal next school year. That means classes will be held in person. The district will be stopping virtual or remote learning indefinitely. The reason? Well, administrators say it's because the 87th Texas legislature did not pass additional funding for virtual schooling. In a release, the district says it will continue to encourage vaccinations.
So let's start over because I turned off the volume.
On the education beat tonight, the Corpus Christi Independent School District announcing it will be going back to normal next school year. That means classes will be held in person. The district will be stopping virtual or remote learning indefinitely. The reason? Well, administrators say it's because the 87th Texas legislature did not pass additional funding for virtual schooling. In a release, the district says it will continue to encourage vaccinations and self-screening for COVID-19 symptoms. A guide for safety reopening to in-person classes next fall is being drafted by administrators. When that draft is released, we will let you know. And by the way, school starts August 10th.
So when that draft is released, they'll let everyone know, and I will let you know. Right after we know. The reason is Mr. said the 87 Texas legislator. So, what is the 87th Texas legislator? Let's find out. Let's find out what it means. It's a state budget for healthcare and it's a thing, a healthcare and education policy. So I'm glad there wasn't enough funding. So I hope that CCISD is going through and having a plan for this so that everyone can get back. But that still means your child. If your child's CCISD, they still have to go through health screening and get the vaccine. So if schools start to have a policy that says all students must be required to get the vaccine, then that policy has to be followed. I mean, in some cases, if your child doesn't get vaccinated, you're going to get expelled. Your child will get expelled. That's my understanding. I really hope that all the other schools go through this plan. I hope that we can all be safe from this. We can all be safe from this and have a full plan. To go back, because what we need to do is make sure that we're doing what we're doing to get every single one vaccinated, get everyone back into school, get back to what we're doing, playing sports, playing football, playing an instrument, hanging out outside the bleachers like I always do with my guitar. But that's another story. Alright. Restaurant, also up front tonight, restaurant protest. This is the demand for the McDonald's BTS meal. This is the 10-piece McNuggets with the drink and the fries. Now it's causing chaos out there in another country. So, here's the latest from Inside Edition.
Chaos at 34 McDonald's stores over these meals inspired by the Korean boy band BTS. There was so much demand, the first day of sales ended with overturned tables and chairs. To cut down on crowding, the meal was only available through delivery or the drive-thru window. But that didn't work. A backlog of delivery drivers led to crowding anyway as they grew anxious to fill orders. Things got so out of hand, police in Indonesia had to stand behind the counters and ultimately the stores were closed. And it was all for, get this, 10 chicken McNuggets, fries, a Coke, and dipping sauces hand-picked by the K-pop band members. The options, sweet chili or Cajun. All of it comes in purple packaging, as one band member is known for the slogan, I purple you. It means I trust, love, and support you. This is Inside Edition Digital.
That was over that. If you're going to fight over a bacon cheeseburger, I mean, this is another part of my talk I like to call restaurant fights. I think the very first one I might show you was a fight that happened in Whataburger, but I'm not going to show you that because that has a lot of profanity. I don't want to get me monetized, but we're going to have but there is a lot of things happening. In a moment, we'll tell you about the Harbor Bridge light shutting down because of the New Harbor Bridge. And later in this broadcast, we're going to tell you more about the latest shooting in Austin, Texas. And we're also going to tell you, as parents, about child abduction. How can you talk to your kids and teens about child abduction? That part of the story, that's all next. This next topic is just another example of guns allowed in free guns under the Second Amendment. There was a few days ago, there was a mass shooting in Austin, Texas. It left a dozen people injured, and FBI is helping the Austin Police Department look for the gunman. As the APD looks for the gunman or gunmen. But who was responsible for the shooting? I mean, there's two suspects. Isn't it? At least one of the two suspects. There's more latest. There's just one of the two suspects that are juveniles. Austin shooting injured 14. One dead, 13 hurt. One of the two suspects is large. So there were two suspects. One is in custody. The other is still in running. But the suspect was not in custody. And 2 weeks ago, a 15-year-old faces a murder charge accused of shooting and killing a pregnant woman in Austin. I mean, that's not related to this one. But as soon as more articles come in, I'll bring you the very latest. Next here, we're going to tell you about the 3 practical ways to talk to your kids about strangers. This is a very important topic, so I want all kids to sit down, grab a snack or two, and listen up really, really good. That goes for parents. It's like, these are the 4 words that every parent must tell their child. Never talk to strangers, or don't talk to strangers. This is a very good advice, so I thought, why not do a show, why not do a topic about it? My mind, like, bing! That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to tell you 3 practical ways. Just try to And way number one, and the practical way number one is choose your words with care. The experts say it's best not to use the word stranger. Try using the term tricky people. The founder of a child safety organization called Safely Ever After, Inc. The grown-ups are both familiar and knowing to try to trick children into breaking the rules of safety. And as soon as after a couple of years ago, Joey Salads, the YouTube star, was known for his pranks and social experiments, decided to show how easy it would be to abduct a child using an ice cream truck. So what I'm going to start doing is showing you that experiment from Joey Salads. And if you don't know who Joey Salads is, he's a great YouTuber who does a lot of these experiments. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this board. Let's take a look at what Joey did.
Work on an ice cream truck one summer, and the one thing I realized is a lot of times children would come over to the truck with no adult supervision. So I'm going to put it to the test today to see how easy it could be to abduct a child using an ice cream truck. What's up? What can I get you?
Kind of vanilla?
Vanilla?
Yeah.
I got like a lot of vanilla in the freezer. If you want, I can just give it to you for free.
Alright.
You gotta come in though. You ready?
Hi.
You guys want ice cream?
Yeah.
What kind of ice cream do you want?
SpongeBob.
You want me to give you a lot of ice cream for free? Yeah? You gotta come on the truck though. You wanna come on the truck? You get it? Alright, one second. I got the ice cream in the back. For free, a lot of ice cream. What's up? Wait, I only got a few of them. I only got the SpongeBob, shots, and the pop-ups.
I'll have the SpongeBob.
Alright.
I'll SpongeBob too.
Alright, 2 SpongeBobs?
Yep.
Yeah, I got them in the back. Do you want to come and get them yourself? I got a bunch of them. You sure? Alright. So here you go, guys.
Thank you.
They're free.
Okay.
You guys good? What's up?
Do you guys have chocolate?
Yeah, I got the cone, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to make it yourself? Because I only have it, like, I can't do it. But you can come in and make it yourself if you want. Yeah, you want to come in? Alright.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I get a strawberry shortcake?
What do you want?
Chocolate chip.
If you guys want, I can give you guys like a big ice cream sandwich for free. You want that? Alright, you guys just come in the truck and you get it yourself. I made this video to show you how gullible some children are. Always keep an eye on your kids. I'm Joey Salads. Are your children safe? I got some more puppies. Want to go see the other puppies?
Yeah.
Alright,
He said a lot of these experiments.
right over here.
So what I would do, I mean, here are some tips. If your child wants to go get ice cream from the vending machine or from anywhere, ice cream truck, you need to make sure that you are with them at all times. Don't be allowed them to go off by themselves. I mean, that's the perfect sign. And for Joe Salads, he's done all these, like the child abduction, nice car, and for the next few days, this week this week is child abduction week, so we're gonna do all these topics about child abduction. Today we talked about ice cream trucks. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about home invasion. Wednesday we're gonna focus in on a nice car kidnapping children. And the kid finds a pistol. So that's gonna be all for this week's child abduction. So, and also I'm gonna have if your child's abducted and you want to tell your story, I would love to hear your story. about when you were abducted, because the message is we don't need to talk to strangers. That's the whole purpose here. So let's go back to our practical ways to talk to kids. You need to plan ahead. Kindergarten set, safety rules must best be learned. Kids need to turn to strangers for help. So let's go with the rules to kids. Tell your kid if you ever get separated from your public, look for an employee, and it's possible to look after the child. You can always you gotta trust their instincts. And also this week, we're also going to be talking about the security check, the 5 rules of stranger safety. And also this week, we'll also be talking about how to talk to your kids and teens about child abduction. If your child is ever abducted, your teen is ever abducted, because according to the rules of child protective services, you should never leave your children unattended. It's unacceptable. Give me a break. We'll continue in a moment. Have you ever wanted to work out? Well, years ago, Michelle Obama decided to put nutrition back, and the mayor is probably not doing the same thing. He's encouraging fitness and wellness. Mayor Grado teamed up with Laguna Apartments with First United Methodist Church to offer COVID-19 vaccinations. And prior to that, they're encouraging fitness and wellness. So, take a look.
Happening today, the second We Run This City 5K. It's a monthly event hosted by Mayor Paulette Guajardo. Today's race took place at Salinas Park, and this time came equipped with COVID-19 vaccines for those who were interested. Mayor Guajardo teamed up with the Laguna Apartments and First United Methodist Church to bring out a Walgreens mobile clinic in an effort to reach more of the community. They were also joined by student athletes from across the coastal bend who were there to encourage young people to consider getting the shot.
We're so excited because it's about empowering one another to get out, be a little more healthy, get a run in, 3.1 miles, and enjoy some tacos, get vaccinated if you need to get vaccinated.
Now, tomorrow, the Walgreens Mobile Clinic will be at First United Methodist Church. That's at 900 Shoreline Boulevard. It'll be there from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. Pharmacists will also be on site to answer questions.
I might call in sick. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna call in sick. Because if I am, I'm gonna feel guilty. That ain't my way. It's like the old saying, it's my way or the highway. Don't text and drive, or don't text or call while driving. That's the rule that police are still doing. The rule is still the same. And police are busting people. But doesn't it apply to cops? Look at it's correct. Per the Texas Transportation Code, does not apply to peace officers while discharging their duties. So, let me play this.
Corpus Christi police officers are still finding several people not obeying the city and statewide cell phone while driving ban. Today, patrol officer Lonnie Humans caught a few drivers on their cell phones near the intersection of Everhart and SPID. He says many of them were stopped at the traffic light and then using their phones, which is against the law.
Most of our accidents come from people being on their cell phones, and the state law says you cannot text and drive.
Exactly.
Being in a lane of travel is considered your driving, whether you're stopped at a light, at a stop sign, or whatever. You cannot be on your cell phone. The city ordinance states that you cannot use an electronic device while operating the vehicle.
Exactly.
At least 2 drivers were given a citation while our cameras were on scene this afternoon.
You need to make sure you're not on your phone while driving. If you need to text someone, you need to pull over to a parking lot. It's easy. It's not rocket science. If you need to text or call someone, you need to pull over to the side. Not to the side of the road. Pull over to our space, a parking space. It could be at the mall. It could be at a restaurant. It could be anywhere. But don't pull out to the side of the road. If you love the Harbor Bridge lights, get ready for some great news. Here's some sad news. City Manager Wayne Zanoni says the lights have been outlived their lifespan by 6 years and begun to erode. So now the light system on Harbor Bridge is going to be removed. Take a look.
City Council has approved the removal of the decorative lighting system on the Harbor Bridge. According to the city manager, Peter Zanoni, the lights have outlived their lifespan by 6 years and have begun to erode. Instead of using funds to replace them, which could be about $1 million, they'll remove them using the city's general fund with in-kind service agreements from the Port of Corpus Christi and Texas Department of Transportation.
And it'll be torn down in a short while, so it'll be a little bit of time where we won't have those decorative lighting, but the new bridge that's being constructed has lighting as part of the original design. These lights were retrofitted onto the bridge, but the new bridge has lighting, and it's a fabulous display. It's going to really make this one, it's really going to outshine this one without any doubt. So we look forward to that.
It's going to be pretty amazing. The renderings are pretty cool, right? The removal will be done by the same company who installed them and will cost about $500,000. The city says you won't see the lights after this Sunday, and they expect the removal to take about 10 weeks.
10 weeks? So, the sad news, you're planning on seeing the lights, not anymore because of what's happening. So that's some sad news for the Harbor Bridge.
Might have just let out for the summer,
So
but districts are already gearing up for the upcoming school year, and for CCISD, that means welcoming all students back to campus for in-person learning.
Exactly.
Our Alexis Green has that report.
According to CCISD, they have been monitoring legislation that would decide whether or not schools would continue to receive funding for continuing online education.
That bill did not pass, and so therefore school districts are paid based on attendance, and so it has been determined that our kiddos need to be in person to be able to be counted as present.
Leanne Libby, communications director for the district, says they hope bringing students back on campus will help curb the chronic absenteeism the district experienced during the pandemic.
I mean, we just know that students learn best in class. I mean, all of us, even just, being able to be face to face and have that hands-on environment is just so very important.
According to Libby, safety is still a top priority, and they continue to encourage students to get vaccinated prior to the start of school. Masks will also be encouraged for those unvaccinated, but not required under the governor's last order.
At CCISD are going to be holding some clinics in cooperation with the Children's Center, and we're always looking for partners to bring more immunizations to our school community.
Libby says they are excited to welcome their students back for the 2021-2022 school year, and the first day of school is set for Tuesday, August 10th. The district is working towards an official reopening plan, and for updates on that, you can visit the district's website. Lexis Green, 3 News.
So I'm happy that CCISD is having a plan because of the ASAP legislature. It didn't pass, so what about the other school districts? Well, I plan on emailing this to the superintendent of the schools in Flower Bluff and seeing what she has to say about this. If she's going to have a plan. I'll be back in a moment with a preview of tomorrow's Give Me a Break. As we mentioned, this week is Child Abduction Week here at the show. And tomorrow we're going to be telling you some stranger safety tips, as well as 11 best apps for parents to monitor their child. All thanks to parents.com. So look for that tomorrow and all the other topics. As always, it's just Give Me a Break Sunday. We'll see you again at Give Me a Break on Monday. For all of us here at YouTube, have a great night.